It was 19 August 2015, a Wednesday, and our date night. 19 months since being a couple. I told her that I was going to bring her out for dinner, and since it was our date night, it wasn't too suspicious. I then took her to a Thai fusion restaurant that I believe she would appreciate, and true enough, she liked it. We then got back to the car and I told her that since she brought me to a magical place in July, I am going to bring her to a magical place tonight. So with her blindfolds on, I drove to this condo and brought her up to this unit. It was a newly purchased condo with a table in the hall and 2 chairs on both sides facing each other. I told her to open her blindfolds and then she did. Upon opening her blindfolds, she sees a deck of cards and a marker. I then said, I will be the one doing the magic, and started with some really lame magic tricks. I then refilled the deck with one hand and asked her to decide when I should stop. She said stop, and then I took out that card for her to sign on it. After that, I placed that card back into the deck and spread it. Snap, and the card disappeared. I then said, oops, I'm not sure where the card went now, and proceeded to do other rubber band tricks. Then I said, I remember now where the signed card is. It is somewhere in the house and we are to go and find it together. We then walked around and found it stuck in the middle of the master bedroom door, sign and all. The door was locked though, so I took the card, drew a picture of a key on it, asked her to cup her hands, turned the card face down over her hands, shook the card slightly downwards, and then a key pops out of the card, a physical key. When I turned over the card, the key drawing disappeared too. Amazed, we took the key and opened the locked door. The room was dark, but a star constellation-like projection covered the ceiling. After checking it out, I switched on the lights, and there in front of us was a 80 x 80 cm island printout with pop-ups of things that she likes, her interests, and things that she would love to do in the future. This includes Chinese period dramas, backpacking in Japan, and cycling in Taiwan. The backstory of this island design is that 4 months ago, she told me, I dreamt you proposed to me. Puzzled, I asked further about the dream and found out that in it, her friends kidnapped her and then later took her back to her house. She then opened the door and saw miniature-sized models and a couple doing many things like backpacking in Japan and cycling in Taiwan, among others. The best part is, they were all moving. I then asked, then when did I propose? She said, come to think about it, you didn't. I smiled and knew that I would use this idea someday. Back to the night, she admired the artwork there for a while, and then I told her that I left something out and asked if I could pass her separately. I bent down and took out an iPad to pass her, as I know she had been wanting to own one for some time now. The iPad obviously had a video in it, and so I played it.
I think you guys are really serious enough with your relationships and all that to know how serious you are with each other. Yeah. Not getting any younger.
Yeah. Oh, that's a pleasant surprise for Stella if you do that in the shot. Well, I'm a bit biased here since both of you and myself were okay. And I've been watching the two of you for the last 2.5 years now.
Yeah.
Right? So I have no problem. I think it's about time since we have gone through premarital counselling.
Yeah.
Younger Kyong, Auntie Audrey. I think so far they have not made any complaints about the two of you. I think we're fine. Right? I think the more important thing is that I think you all should enjoy the process. Enjoy the process of getting to know each other, and please make sure both of you fight now.
Okay.
Right. So make sure you iron out, whatever issues you can, and don't do the lovey-dovey stuff, and forget, that you're actually in the real world with real issues. Right? So if you can work through, have some little bit of quarrel here and there, and then to resolve it, I think it'll be fine.
I think it's a very good idea. It's time to get married. You're 30 years old already. You know what I mean? So you better start your own family and become your responsible person in your own family. For 30 years, you're living with us. So I think it's time to get married. And I also want grandchildren actually. I've been waiting for all this time. For 30 years, I've been waiting for your grandchildren. Okay, I think that's all.
It's good for you that you think of getting married. So I think it's good. I'm happy.
I think it's up to you, it's okay, up to Stella lah.
It's up to say.
I think okay. No, nothing.
Congratulations, you're a lucky girl, you've got a good man to look after you, and he's got a good woman to look after him too. Good.
Yes, Miss Stella, we welcome you to the family. No doubt I don't know you well because I've not been mixed up. No doubt we have lunch, dinner occasionally. I don't know you well. But you must remember, there's no right man in this world. You're only comparable. It's better that you accept Joshua as your husband, even if he's wrong, to make it right. So it will last forever. And we will welcome you and wish you and bless you.
For me, I'm happy because I don't have daughters in the family, all men. So for you to come into family, that means I have a companion, a female companion. So I'm happy.
I think this is it's a simple case for me, right? Any man who will come up to me and ask before he goes steady with a girl and say, what do you think? So any man who comes up to me and say that, seeking a person who's older and seeking his opinion about the relationship, I think this guy is okay lah. So Stella, this man, good guy, go ahead, say yes. Not a problem with me. So Auntie Stella and I will be very, very proud of the two of you.
After watching the clip, it was obvious that I was going to propose. I then knelt down, took out a wooden ring, because in the course of our relationship, 4 times she mentioned that she doesn't understand nor like diamond rings. And then I proposed to a positive reply. And that is how it happened.